Hi students, my name is Kendra and this is lesson number 14 out of a series of 15 and it's called Trouble in Paradise. And I've just taught number 12 and number 13 earlier this morning. And it's okay if you've missed those lessons or any lessons in the series, you can still join in right now. I'll give you a summary of what's happened so far and what's going to happen this lesson. And just to let you know, the first few minutes of every class are reserved for Verbling Premium users. And those are students who have decided to upgrade their accounts, and it allows them to make reservations the first few minutes a class is opened. It's a pretty cool service. It allows you unlimited reservations, and you're guaranteed a spot in class. If you're really looking forward to a certain class or participating in a certain teacher's lesson, it's really great. I'll put the link in the Verbling chat and also the Google chat. There are many ways to get free reservations. You can click that link and check it out. It's pretty sweet. You can invite your friends on Facebook, connect with Facebook, like Verbling on Facebook. If you invite friends via email, tell them about the Verbling service, you can get a reservation. And that way you can try out the service before paying $25 a month. And it's a really good deal. It's a really awesome service. I highly recommend you check it out. Also, Verbling just launched some Spanish classes. So if there are any students out there who want to learn Spanish as well as English, you should check it out. We got some brand new teachers. They're all really excellent, and it's just another way to learn another language. So I suggest that you look at it. Okay, so we're going to wait a few more minutes for that blue button to turn green for the non-premium students. And then we'll go around and introduce ourselves, say where we're from, say your name, and say what country you're from. So my name is Kendra. I'm the Verbling teacher of this class. I've been teaching with Verbling since January, and I love it. It's awesome. I get to connect with students all over the world. And I'm teaching you from San Francisco, California, in the United States. So I teach American English. Some students have been asking in the Verbling chat. And again, this is lesson number 14 out of 15. So it's the second to the last in this series, and I'll be teaching the last lesson right after this if you want to stick around. Okay, so it looks like the class is filling up. Let's go around and introduce ourselves. Let's start with Abdullah. Hey Abdullah.
Hi Kendra.
Hi, nice to see you again.
Nice to see you again. Hi guys, my name is Abdullah. I'm from Germany.
Cool.
Nice to see you all.
Yeah, nice to see you. And we have Ismail, or Ismail. Can you hear me? Oops. Remember everyone to turn on your microphone. If we don't hear you right away, it's because your microphone is not on. Let's go to, looks like we had a new ad, Indranil. Indranil, can you hear us? Okay, Ismail. I'm going to write in the Verbling chat. Students, please turn on your microphone and wear headphones. That's very important too, so we don't get a lot of background noise. Okay, so let's go to Sandeep.
Hello, hi ma'am. Hi Kendra.
Hi there, how are you?
Hello friends. I'm good, thank you. How are you?
Very well, thank you. Could you introduce
friends,
yourself
I'm Sandeep.
and tell us where you're from?
Yes. Hello guys. I'm Sandeep. I'm from India.
From India. Cool. Good to have you. You were in my last class.
Yes, I was there.
Nice. And then we have Selma.
Hello?
Oh, Selma?
Yes.
Hi there.
Hi.
Could you introduce yourself and tell us where you're from?
Okay, I'm Salma from Algeria.
From Algeria. Very cool. Good to have you. And then we have Terrence. Hi, Terrence.
Hi, Kendra. My name is Terence. I'm 42 years old. I am from Madrid, Spain.
Good. Excellent. Terrence has been, you've been in many of the classes of this series.
Yes, more than the half. And in
Yeah.
your previous class, I was the guy who liked to take away from the restaurants.
You were the what?
The guy who liked to take out the paella
Oh,
from the
yeah.
restaurant.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally. All right, let's go back to the students that just try to add again. Indranil, can you hear us now? I'm still not here. And Ismail?
Would you mind if I talk to Ismail because I can speak Turkish and I suppose that he is from Turkey?
Oh yeah, wait, hold on. I think I heard him for a second. Ismail? Oh no, I guess not. Yeah, will you tell him how to turn on his microphone, please?
İsmail, sen şu an sınıfta mikrofonunu açman lazım. Mikrofon sembolü yukarıda sağ tarafta. Oraya tıklaman lazım. Ondan sonra senin sesini duyabiliriz. Tamam mı?
Oh, okay, he says he's from Morocco.
Oh, I see. He's not. Okay.
All right. Well, thanks.
Well, it was a Turkish name, so.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that was nice.
so-
That was nice of you to help. Yeah, thank you.
No problem.
Okay. All right. Okay, so, oh, and then we have Juan Marcos. Juan?
Testing. Do you copy there?
Ah, there we are. Hi, we can hear you now.
Testing. Testing.
Juan, could you tell us
Testing.
what country you're from?
Testing. Do you copy?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay. I'm from Guatemala, Central America.
Ah, very cool. Nice. Welcome to class. And then we have a new
Thank
student, Max. Hi, Max. Max, can you hear us? Dang, we're having lots of issues today. Let's go. Ah, there you are. Hi there. What country are you from, Max?
Turkey.
From Turkey. Cool. Welcome to class. And then we have.
I guess we had talked about last time.
Pardon?
In my view, we had talked about my country last time.
Oh, okay. Nice. And then Anastasia. Hi there. Oh, she left. Okay. All right, so I'm going to begin class now. Here I'm going to give you the link in the Verbling chat and the Google chat. This is the document we will be using. And it's called number 14, Trouble in Paradise. I'm also going to screen share it with you so you can follow along there. Can everyone view this okay? Is the font large enough?
Yes.
Okay, excellent. So, in episode number 13, in the previous lesson that I just taught this past hour, Kate and Rick, who is Kate's friend in college, they tried to have a study session. They were cramming for this exam. Kate needed to pass a really important test so that she would pass the course. But they got busy eating pizza and talking about Kate's problems. And Kate's problems are a few things. One, she is flunking, she's failing 3 of her 4 classes. Her second problem is she's been trying to juggle her university studies while working a part-time job, while dating a boy named Jason. So she's trying to do all 3 of these things, but it's not really working out for her because she can't devote enough time to each thing properly. And in that past episode, that past lesson, Kate decides to quit her job and focus more on her school studies. But Jason, her boyfriend, who also works at the same restaurant as Kate, that's where they met, he is unaware that she quit. And Kate has to confront him and say, look, we need to spend less time together because I need to focus more on school. And so in this episode, Kate receives the phone call from Jason that she was worried about. And we'll find out, will Jason forgive her for quitting her job? So are there any questions so far about what has happened in the series or what is going to happen in this lesson?
No.
Is it all good?
Yes.
All right. So let's move on. Here's a list of some pre-reading vocabulary items. There's a lot of idioms, phrases, phrasal verbs. And what I like to do before we read a dialogue is review these words and get to know their definitions. Here, insert. Here, these are the words on the left, and these are their definitions on the right. So I think it's important to review words and get familiar with them so that when we read the dialogue, it makes sense in context. So let's start with the first student, Abdullah. Could you please read this and define it for the class?
Yeah. To talk someone out of something means to convince a person not to do something.
Good, excellent. So let's say you're thinking about, getting a tattoo, but I don't think that's the best idea for you, so I'll try to talk you out of it. I'll try to persuade you to not get that tattoo. I'll try to convince you of reasons why you should not do that.
Okay.
So you use your words, you talk someone out of something. Good. Let's go to Ismail. Can you hear us?
Yes.
Aha, there you are. Could you introduce yourself to the class?
I'm from Ismail. I'm Ismail. I am from Morocco.
From Morocco. Excellent. And could you please read aloud the second phrase for us?
Yes. Where does this leave me? A question that is used when a person feels left out of a situation.
So if you ask, where does this leave me? That means, what am I supposed to do now? I feel left out of this conversation, of this situation. What am I supposed to do? Your actions are affecting me. So where does this leave me? Let's move on to, is it Yeltsin? Helson? Or Jelson?
Turn off your microphone. You are speaking, but we cannot hear you.
Hernan David?
He's out.
You need to, oh, he's out. Okay. Let's go on to Sandeep. The next one, please.
Yes. To blow something out of proportion. To act as if a situation is worse than it is.
Good. So it's when you blow something out of proportion, you're making that situation a much bigger deal than it needs to be.
Is it like exaggerate?
Yeah. Well, exaggerate is, yeah, that's synonymous. It's if you're exaggerating the truth or what actually happened, you're not necessarily lying, but you're fabricating details that make it sound bigger, better, or brighter. That's usually exaggerating. But here, when you blow something out of proportion, it has a negative connotation.
Oh, okay.
So you are making a much bigger deal than what's necessary.
I see. Okay, thanks.
Yeah, no problem. Okay, let's move on to Selma. The next one, please.
To get one's priorities straight. To give the most important thing the most attention or time.
Good. So to get your priorities straight. So for example, in this situation for Kate, school is her #1 priority. She's getting her priorities straight because Jason is not the most important thing in her life. She needs to focus on her studies, and that is why she's at university. So it's giving the most important thing the most attention, the most time, the most effort. Excellent. Let's move on to Terrence. The next one, please.
To slack off means to become lazy.
Good. So if you slack off, that means that you're lazy. Maybe you have a homework assignment and you leave it to the last second, you procrastinate, you're slacking off, you're becoming lazy about it. Good, let's go back to the beginning. Abdullah, next one please.
To be fed up with something, to be frustrated with something that is continuing to happen.
Good. So if the same problem keeps happening over and over and over and you're sick of it, you are fed up with it. You're fed up with something. All right, let's go on to Selma. The next one, please.
To say it like it is. To be honest and straight.
To be honest and straight, it goes on to the next page. Straightforward.
And straightforward. People sometimes say, don't beat around the bush.
Don't beat around the bush. So if someone says, or you can say, just give it to me straight. That means just tell me honestly, just tell me what the truth is. Say it like it is. Don't beat around the bush. Just give it to me straight. So it's being very direct and very honest and upfront about what you need to say. Good. Let's move on to Terrence. The next one, please.
A spare room means an extra room that is not needed for a bedroom, often used for guests.
So a spare room is the extra room in a house, if you have it, and that room, it usually has a bed and it's made to host people. So if you have guests in town or if you have visitors, you can set them up and host them in a spare room. Good, let's go on to Abdullah. Back to the beginning. Next one, please.
Yep, on the same page, feeling the same way, in agreement.
Good. So if we're on the same page about something, that means that we both agree. We're both in the same place. We both feel the same way about a certain topic. Indranil, can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Ah, there you are. Could you introduce yourself to the class, please?
Hi friends, I'm from India.
From India, excellent. Indranil, could you please read this portion that's highlighted?
Okay. Wrap up in. Very busy with something that you have no time for something else.
Right, so if you're wrapped in something, it means that you are completely consumed with a certain task.
Okay.
You're super busy. You have no time to do anything else because you're so wrapped up in what you're doing at that moment. Okay, and let's go to Selma. The next one, please.
To juggle one's time. To try to balance many aspects of life, such as work, family, and social life.
Good. So Kate has been juggling her time between school, hanging out with her boyfriend Jason, and working part-time at the restaurant. So she's juggling these three things. And almost everyone I know, they all have to juggle. They all have to balance different things: their work, their family, their social life, their education, anything that consumes their time, and they have to devote energy and effort to making a balance, make it work for them. Mm-hmm. Are there any questions about the idioms, phrases, or new vocabulary items that we just learned?
No.
Is it all clear?
Come on, guys, say something.
All right, no question.
Yeah.
Yes.
Good, okay, so it's all clear. So here's the dialogue that's going to take place between Jason and Kate. And remember, Jason is calling Kate on the phone, and we're going to figure out, is he going to be able to forgive her for quitting the restaurant? And so I'm going to read aloud this dialogue. You can listen to my pronunciation. And when I get to a blank, that's where you need to insert a word or a phrase from the list above. So when I come to that blank, I'll pause, and anyone can blurt out the correct answer. Okay, so here I go. Jason, I can't believe you just quit without telling me first. What else aren't you telling me? Kate, I just didn't want you to try to blank me out of it.
Talk me out of it.
Talk. So Kate's saying, I didn't want you to convince me to stay. I didn't want you to persuade me because I already made up my mind, and I didn't want to complicate things. Jason, so where does this leave you and me? Am I ever going to see you again? Kate, you're blank this out of proportion, Jason.
You're blow this out of proportion.
So you're blowing.
Blowing. Blowing. Sure, you are. Ink form. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So it's
my grammar. Yeah, my bad grammar.
No, it's fine. So it's to blow something out of proportion, but then we need to conjugate the infinitive to blow, and in this case, it's you are. So you are blowing this out of proportion, Jason. You're making this a much bigger deal than it needs to be. Calm down. And then she says, quitting my job has nothing to do with you. I just need to get my blank straight.
Priorities.
Good. I just need to get my priorities. Oops, did I spell it right? I just need to get my priorities straight. So Jason and Kate, they work at the same restaurant, and Kate quits all of a sudden because she needs to focus on school. She needs to get her priorities straight. But Jason is taking this very personally, and so that's why he's blowing it out of proportion. Jason, am I one of those priorities? I'm getting a bit fed up with you having to study all the time. Kate, look, I have to put school first. I can't afford to blank anymore.
Slack off anymore?
I can't afford to slack off anymore. I can't be lazy. I need to focus. Jason, well, if you aren't going to have time for me, just say it like it is. So he's saying, just tell me the truth, just be direct. What are you trying to say? Are you saying that you don't have time to date me anymore? What exactly? Kate, I'll have more time to hang out in the summer, Jason. Jason, in the summer, you'll be moving back home with your parents. You'll need to get a job and save money for the next year. Jason, true, but you can come and visit anytime. My mom already said you could stay in the blank room.
Spare.
Good, in the spare room. You can stay in our extra room, our extra bedroom. Jason, I don't think we are on the same page. This is one of the idioms. Kate, my life is all about working and having fun. You're all school. I don't think this is just a random blank, but here, so if you're all about something, that means that that's what consumes you. That's what interests you. So Jason is saying, my life is all about working and having fun. I'm all about it. This is what I do. I work and I have fun. And Kate is all about school. Oops. Yeah. So Kate, what about you? You're still planning on going to college in September, aren't you? Jason, after watching you try to blank your time, I don't think so.
Juggle.
Juggle,
Yeah, after watching you try to juggle, try to balance all of these elements, I don't think so. To be honest, I'm thinking more and more about Italy. Kate, Italy? What are you going to do there? Serve pizzas? Jason, sure, why not? There's nothing keeping me here now, is there? And then Jason hangs up on Kate.
Oh.
So that's just what happened. That's the phone call that happened between Jason and Kate. Do I have 2 student volunteers that would like to read aloud this dialogue?
Yes.
Okay, Selma, you can be Kate, and who wants to be Jason?
Me.
Okay, Abdullah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So go ahead, and as you guys read it out loud, I'll correct your pronunciation.
Okay. I can't believe you just quit without telling me first. What else aren't you telling me?
I just didn't want you to try to talk me out of it.
So where does this leave you and me? Am I ever going to see you again?
You are blowing this out of proportion, Jason. Quitting my job has nothing to do with you. I just need to get my priorities straight.
Good.
Am I one of those priorities? I'm getting a bit fed up with you having to study all of the time.
Look, I have to put school first. I can't afford to slack off anymore.
Good.
Well, if you aren't going to have any time for me, just say it like it is.
I will have more time to hang out in the summer, Jason.
In the summer, you will be moving back home with your parents. You will need to get a job and save money for next year.
True, but you can come and visit anytime. My mom already said you could stay in the spare room.
I just don't think we are on the same page, Kate. My life is all about working and having fun. You are all about school.
What about you? You are still planning on going to college in September, aren't you?
After watching you try to juggle your time, I don't think so. To be honest, I'm thinking more and more about Italy.
Italy? What are you going to do there? Serve pizzas?
Sure, why not? There's nothing keeping me here now, is there?
Good, excellent. Do I have 2 more student volunteers that would like to read aloud the dialogue?
Yes.
Okay. Oh, new student, Pramay. Hi there.
Hi, ma'am.
Hi, what country are you from?
I am from India.
From India, excellent. So you can read aloud the part of Jason, and who would like to read the part of Kate? Do I have 1 more volunteer who wants to practice their pronunciation?
I will.
Okay. Oh, hi there, Veridiano.
Yes,
You were in my
yeah.
last class. Could you introduce yourself really fast and tell us where you're from?
Alright guys, so my name is Veridiano and I'm from Brazil, São Paulo.
Excellent. Okay, you can read aloud the part of Kate, so go ahead.
Alright.
I can't believe you just quit without telling me first. What else aren't you telling me?
I just didn't want to try to talk me out of it.
Good.
So, where does this leave you and me? Am I ever going to see you again?
You're blowing this out of proposition, Jason?
Out of proportion.
Proportion, Jason? Quitting my job has nothing to do with you. I just need to get my profits straight.
Priorities straight.
Priorities straight.
Good.
Am I one of those priorities? I am getting a bit fed up with you having to study all of the time.
Good.
Look, I have to put school first. I can't afford to slack off anymore.
Well, if you aren't going to have any time for me, just say it like it is.
Good.
I'll have more time this summer, Jason.
In the summer, you will be moving back home with your parents. You will need to get a job and save money for next year.
True, but you can come and visit me anytime. My mom already said you could stay in the spare room.
I just don't think we are on the same page. Kate, my life is all about working and having fun. You are all about the school.
What about you? You're still planning on going to college in September, aren't you?
After watching you try to juggle your time, I don't think so. To be honest, I am thinking more and more about Italy.
Italy? What are you going to do there? Serve pizzas?
Sure, why not? There's nothing keeping me here now, is there?
Good. Excellent pronunciation. Do I have 2 more student volunteers that would like to read? If not, we'll move on to the let's move on to the comprehension questions. Let's start with you, Abdullah. Number 1. Why is Jason angry at Kate?
Because Kate hasn't told him that she quit her job.
Right, because she has not told him that yet.
Yeah.
Good. Number 2, let's move on to Indranil. What does Kate say she has to put first?
She has to join college.
Right, she has to put her university studies first. That's her number 1 priority.
Actually, I joined in between, so I lost a little bit.
Okay. All right, let's go to Selma. Number 3, true or false? Kate says she will not have time to hang out with Jason in the summer. Can you hear me? Selma? Number 3, please. True or false? Kate says she will not have enough time to hang out with Jason in the summer.
False.
False. Good. Because she said that during the summertime, that is when she would have more time for him. Good. Let's move on to Terrence. Number 4. What does Jason think Kate will be doing all summer?
I think he thinks she will be all about school again.
Well, actually, he thinks that Kate will be busy working a summer job so that she can save up money for her next year at school.
Sorry.
No worries. Okay, let's go on to the last student, Verdiano. Number 5. Why does Jason say he might not go to college?
You know what? I'm kind of lost because I was late.
Oh, okay, all right. Well, let's go back to Abdullah. Why does Jason say he might not go to college?
Well, he mentioned that his life is all about working and having fun. And he's not the type of who goes to school or goes to university.
Right.
Yeah.
Good. Let's go back to Selma. Number 6. Where might Jason go instead of college?
Jason might go to Italy instead of college.
Yeah, exactly. And let's move on to Terrence. What happened at the end of the conversation?
At the end of the conversation, Jason hangs up on Kate because they are breaking up their relationship.
Yeah, they're ending the relationship. He hung up the phone on her. Yeah. All right. Are there any any questions about the conversation?
Nope.
No.
All right. Okay. So we're going to scroll down to this vocabulary gap. It says fill in the blanks with the words from the vocabulary chart on the first page. So for those of you, it looks like we got a few new adds to the class. Here's the link to the document that we're using right now. I'll post it again in the Verbling chat and the Google chat if you want to open it on your end. And you can scroll up to the top of the document here. I'll show you what it looks like. This right here, on the left-hand side, these are the new words and phrases, idioms that we just learned. And on the right-hand side is the definitions to those words. So we're going to take the ones on the left and fill them in the gaps below. So let's start with Abdullah, number 1. When you sleep over this weekend, you can sleep in the blank.
In the spare room? No.
Good. Spare room. Yeah, exactly.
Okay. I wasn't sure, okay, but it was right. Good.
Yeah, so a spare room, that's an extra room that has a bed. So if you're hosting people, if you're hosting guests, you can set them up in a spare room so that they can spend the night there. All right, Indra Neil, number 2, please. It's difficult to blank my time between work and school.
Juggle one's time.
Juggle. Juggle my time.
Juggle my time.
Do all that. So that means to balance, to find a healthy balance between work and school. It's difficult to achieve that.
Yeah.
Good. Number 3, Pramay. My mother tried to blank me out of ditching my English class.
Oh dear.
Pramay?
Hello? Yes, ma'am?
Hi. Number 3,
Hi, ma'am.
please. My mother tried to blank me out of ditching my English class.
To blow something out of proportion?
There's a better fit.
Okay, ma'am, I am searching.
Let's see. Can anyone help him out? Let's see. Selma, could you help? Could you help him out? My mother tried to blank me out of ditching my English class.
Maybe it's tried to told me out of teaching my class, my English class.
To be fed up with something?
Right. Tried to talk me out. So
Yeah.
my mom tried to persuade me not to ditch my English class. So she said, look, you need to go to class. Here are the reasons why.
Okay.
Good. Excellent. Let's move on to, let's see, we have a new student, Sinan. Sinan, can you hear me? Okay, let's move on to Terrence. Number 4, I must not blank today. I have an exam tomorrow.
Slack off.
Right, I must not slack off today. I can't be lazy. I need to study. Good. Let's go to the last student, Verdiano. Number 5, you're moving to New York? Where does that mean?
Judging by the list here.
What was that?
Judging by the list here, where does this leave me?
Good, exactly. Where does this leave me? So if you're moving to New York, what am I supposed to do? Where does this leave me? Let's go back to the beginning. Abdullah, number 6. You'll need to get your blank if you want to pass this course.
Get your priorities straight.
Good. Get your priorities straight if you want to pass this course. So you need to decide what is important and you need to focus on that. You need to get your priorities straight if you want to pass this course. Good. Are there any questions about the new vocabulary items we learned or the dialogue that we just read?
Teacher?
No.
Yeah, go ahead, Selma.
What does it mean, ditch?
Ditch. So to ditch is to purposely not go to something.
Okay.
So let's say you have a class at 11 a.m. in the morning and you decide, I don't want to go. You're ditching that class. You're deciding not to go.
It's a synonym for to skip, right?
Yeah, to skip.
To skip, okay. To skip classes, okay.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
Any other questions?
No.
All right. Okay, so let's move on. We have about 10 minutes or so to discuss these discussion questions. So number 1, have you ever quit a job? If yes, how did it feel after? If no, how do you think it feels to quit a job? Let's start with you, Abdullah.
Well, actually, I had to quit a job, but it was because of my mom. You know, she was care dependent, and I had to look after her. So I had to quit the job. Yeah.
Okay, I see.
It wasn't easy for me, but you know, my mom came first.
Right, your mom was your priority.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Good. Okay, let's go to the next student, Indranil. Have you ever quit a job?
Sorry?
Have you ever quit a job?
No. Actually, I'm working in the same organization since 3 years, and that was my first organization.
Oh, okay. So it's your first job. You've been there for 3 years, so you've never had to quit.
Yeah, I know, but I'm thought of quitting in the near year.
Pardon?
But I'm thinking of quitting that job.
Okay. So you're contemplating quitting. So okay. So how do you think you're going to feel after you quit that job?
If I quit again, I have to get a new job because I have to run my run my daily life.
Right, you have to support yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you're gonna have to, if you do end up quitting, you'll have to look for a new job.
Yeah.
Exactly. Good. Okay. What about the next student, Ines? Ines?
Yes.
Have you ever quit a job before?
No.
Okay, let's move on. Let's go to number 2. Do you have your priorities straight right now? Explain. Let's start with you, Pramay. Do you have your priorities straight?
Yes, ma'am. I am a career-oriented guy, and ma'am, I am in my last semester of mechanical engineering. After that, I will appear to the GRE exam, which is known as the graduate record examination. Then I will mostly like to go to a Michigan city where I can grow my mechanical strength, and somehow I will recollect my passion about the mechanical engineering, and some or the other day I will become a mechanical engineer in the United States of America.
Wow. So you have many plans, many future goals, and you know how you're going to achieve them and what needs to happen. So you definitely have your priorities straight.
It's great.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah, that's very impressive. Awesome. Okay, what about you, Selma? Do you have your priorities straight right now?
Honestly, no. I have I have a lot of things to do, and I am thinking about them, but I didn't start until now. So
Right. So you're still in the process of
I'm just
juggling. Mm-hmm.
yes, I'm slacking off, and I'm always postponing things without knowing why. So
Mm-hmm. Good. Excellent. So let's move on to Terrence. What about you? Do you have your priorities straight right now?
Yeah, at the moment my priority right now is to really improve my level of English.
Good. Excellent. So you're definitely you have your priorities straight because you're using verbling in order to help you. So you're
That's
working
right.
towards that goal. Good. Awesome. Good for you. And then the last student, Veridiano, do you have your priorities straight right now?
This is a difficult question. I guess so. You know, my life is a little bit messy right now because I'm struggling myself to find a good job. I'm a student, part-time student, and it's been pretty hard. I feel like if I don't have a job, I feel like I'm out of service. It's like my life is stuck.
Yeah, it's difficult when you're in a transitional phase. So you're trying to find a new work, a new job, you're trying to get settled in a new life,
Yes,
a new
that's it.
routine. Yeah, definitely.
I would like to answer the first question because
yeah.
I quit my job 6 months ago. I used to work for IBM, and I quit my job due to my studies. So I wanted to quit it, but after I quit, I felt a little bit uncomfortable.
Right.
So it's like I felt guilt. I felt maybe I shouldn't have quit my job.
Right,
But that was
right.
for a good case.
A good cause.
Yeah, a good cause.
Yeah, excellent. Good. Thank you for answering both 1 and 2. Awesome. So let's move on to number 3. Who do you like to hang out with in the summer, and why is this a fun person to be with? Let's start with you, Abdullah.
Well, actually, I would like to hang out with my dad in the summer. Because
and why your dad? Why is he fun to be around?
He is in Turkey, and he moved to Turkey a few years ago, and he just go back and forth once a year. And I live here on my own, so I miss her some days. So, and I just only have time in the summer to visit him, and he has only and I see him just once a year, and that's too short.
Right. Good. Okay, let's go to you, Indranil. Who do you like to hang out with in the summer? Why is this person fun to be with?
I have no plans of hanging out with someone.
No plans? All right, let's go on to the next student, Juan. Who do you like to hang out with in the summer? Oh, Juan? Can't hear him. Let's go to Pramay. Same question. Who do you like to hang out with in the summer? And why is this a fun person to be with?
Ma'am, if I get a chance, I will like to go with a girl who lives in Georgia.
Cool. Okay. And why is this girl fun to be around?
Ma'am, because I have with her since 6 months in Skype, and we are very good friends. And later I plan to have a dating with her, and if I get a chance, I can marry her.
Oh, wow. Very exciting. Cool. Well, good luck to you. And what
Thank
about
you.
you, Selma? Who do you like to hang out with in the summer? Why is this person fun to be around?
I'd like to hang out with my cousin
Mm-hmm.
because he's always taking me in trips. We always go to the sea, and when I am with her, I enjoy my time.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, yes, we play in the sea, and we visit a lot of places. Yes.
Good. Excellent. All right, let's move on to the last question. This is an interesting one for me. I always like to know, what do you wish you had more time for? If there were more
This took
hours
long.
in a day, what would you dedicate that time to? Let's start with you, Terrence.
If I had more time,
Mm-hmm.
I would like to spend more time reading books.
Mm-hmm. What kind of books are you interested in?
Actually, I am deeply involved with Sherwood Anderson, a book written by him in the mid 30s maybe. It's called Winsburg, Ohio. It's a collection of short stories to
Oh,
talk
okay.
about different people in that town. It's a kind of grotesque or macabre book because it's talk
Mm.
about people who has different kind of problems. The book takes place in the mid 20s
Mm-hmm.
in North America. It's a quite excellent book,
Wow.
a masterpiece.
Cool. And so if you had more time, you'd like to dedicate that time to reading that book series.
Yeah, maybe even mm, to translate into a screenplay or something like that,
Oh.
or just some part of or that book transform into a play. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, totally. Cool. What about you, Verdiano? What do you wish
Uh,
you had more time for?
as I am unemployed right now, so I have plenty of time.
Yeah. Okay, so
I
I
mean,
guess you don't have this issue.
not right now.
Yeah. What about you, Abdullah? If you had more time, what would you do with it?
Well, actually, I have an abundant time of time. Yeah. I am. Well, what would I do? I would learn other languages.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
What other languages besides English?
I would like to improve my Arabic,
Mm-hmm.
and I would like to learn Japanese.
Cool.
Yeah, because these languages are taking much time to
Mm-hmm.
learn it.
Yeah, you have to really study hard to learn those
Yeah.
languages, definitely. What about you, Indra Neil? What would you do if you had more time?
If I had more time, since I am staying outside from my hometown, I will, if I get more time, I will spend my time with my family members,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and and I have some hobbies of photography, doing photography.
Mm-hmm.
So if I get time, I may spend time on that also.
Cool. Nice. And what about you, Pramay? What would you do if you had more time?
Ma'am, if I had more time, I will especially spend my time with my mommy and my elder sister and brother because they have uh, gathered so much guts and money for my higher education, and I hardly have time for them. So I would like to take care of my mom and reduce her work by half. And ma'am,
Mm-hmm.
I also would like to learn other languages like Kartuliana, which is the language of Georgia. And you know the reason, ma'am, why I have to learn the Georgia language.
Cool. Awesome. And what about the last student, Selma? If you had more time, what would you do?
If I had more time, I would spend my time with my grandparents, helping them because they are old, and talking to them, sharing with them their experiences.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Good. Excellent. All really good answers, everyone.
And what would you do, Kendra?
What would I do? I would. Oh gosh, I would spend time traveling if I could do that. If I had the money to do so, I'd like to go just all around the world, traveling, meeting new people, learning new languages, new cultures. That would be great. Yeah.
Absolutely, absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah.
Traveling is awesome.
So right now I'm putting my Facebook page link in the Verbling chat and the Google chat. If you like it, that's where I post classes that I've taught. I post videos and documents that I've used, and I also update my status with upcoming classes. So I'm about to teach the final series, number 15 out of 15, right now in this next hour. So if you want to stick around and figure out what happens to Kate, I suggest you do so. And yeah, really great participation. I really liked all of your answers at the end. The discussion questions I always save for the last portion of class. Sometimes we don't get to them, but those are always my favorite. I like to hear your individual answers. So thank you. And I'm going to have to end this class right now so I can prepare for my next class in a few minutes.
Okay.
All right.
Well then.
So thank you so much. Maybe I'll see you guys in the last lesson coming up.
Welcome, man.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
Bye.